All right, this is round one, Elvis and Steve. We're going to be talking about the Killer Creek value proposition and using it early or midway through the presentation, as opposed to as a closing tool or as a be-back tool. Elvis, I'm glad you came in today.
Thank you.
Before we embarked upon the fun part of this, which would be picking out your bike, exploring the bike, and then taking it for a test ride, I want to give you a little bit of background on Killer Creek.
Okay.
Now, there's not a Harley dealer in town that won't tell you that they got a great service department. Okay? Well, I'm going to say the same thing. The only thing that I think differentiates ours is we've got a dude back there that is so good on the Dynatune machine that other Harley dealers literally bring bikes here for us to tune for them.
That's interesting.
Now, we've got a ton of customer appreciation days. Not only a lot of them, but they are really, really well attended. I mean, we're pretty much into a good time, and so is our family of customers.
Okay.
We've got the largest and the safest hog chapter in the city of Atlanta. Everybody's going to tell you that they're the biggest and baddest. Quite frankly, we are the #1 selling volume Harley store, not just in Metro Atlanta, but in the entire district, which stretches from Fort Walton to Dalton, Georgia.
Okay.
And consequently, we've also have to have the largest inventory. Doesn't mean the other stores are bad. We're just a little bit bigger. And if we're the #1 volume selling store, that gives you a clue as to our pricing policies. You know, you don't get to be #1 by pricing the bikes high.
Sure.
In addition, we've got some terrific sponsors. For example, a fellow by the name of Tom Elder. He is a nationwide insurance guy, and what he does for every single one of our customers is he gives them a $25 check, good towards the purchase of a battery tender, and all he asks in return is the opportunity to save them money. No obligation.
Wow.
So if you'll let him give you a quote on bike or auto or home or life insurance, you'll get a check for $25, good toward the purchase of a battery tender. Now, in addition to all that stuff, we call that the sort of warm and fuzzy stuff. By the way, the purchase experience as rated by consumers, according to Harley-Davidson Corporate, we are #1 when it comes to the purchase experience.
Wow.
So again, we're not only good at selling and helping people buy bikes, we're pretty good at having fun too.
Okay.
But in addition to all that warm and fuzzy stuff, we are also big into the hard dollar benefits for our customers. You know, everybody claims to be the low price dealer. And quite frankly, that's impossible. If there's 7 stores, they all can't be the low price store. There's got to be one high price, one low price, and everybody else has got to be in the middle. But if the truth be known, we all buy the bikes for the same price. We pretty much all sell them for the same price.
Okay.
Now, the bike you pick out, as long as it's not in low supply and huge high demand, you know what? I bet you $1 to a dime we'll be able to figure out a discount. Now, you're going to come to a point where you're going to say to yourself, gee, could I get a bigger discount somewhere else? And the chances are you might be able to, okay? Because we don't know what other dealers would do. In fact, any dealer that would tell you that they're the lowest priced bike store every time, they're lying because they don't know what other people will do. So I will not deny the fact that you might be able to get a slightly bigger discount somewhere else. But a discount, whether it's here or any other Harley store, is very short-lived. What isn't short-lived is your ownership experience.
Okay.
And we make your ownership experience more economical than any other Harley dealer in the city, and let me show you how. Okay? You know, when you buy a new bike, you get a 1-year membership in a roadside assistance program through
Okay.
the Harley Owners Group, the Hog Group. Okay?
Now, is that on used bikes too?
No, not on used bikes.
Okay.
But we're going to make sure that whether you buy a used bike or a new bike, you're covered. Because in addition to the hog coverage, we are going to provide you coverage on not only your bike, but one other vehicle in your household. Could be a motorcycle, could be a truck, could be a car. Completely up to you. And here's what sort of coverage you're going to get. You're going to get tire replacement reimbursement. Now what that means is if you blow a tire on your bike, this company will send you $50 for your trouble. Now, it's not going to replace the tire. It won't replace the wheel. By the way, we've got coverage in the F&I office. When we get back there, he'll tell you all about it, so you'll want to pay close attention to that. But this is just sort of $50 because you're going through sort of a pain in the butt. Now, if that happens to your car, we'll do the same thing.
Okay.
We'll do that up to 4 times. On your 5th tire blown, you're on your own, okay? Emergency lockout reimbursement. We'll pay you $25 up to 2 times each time you lock your keys in your car. Roadside assistance reimbursement. Now, even if somebody else pays for the roadside assistance, we'll still send you a $25 check. We'll do that up to 8 times. Run out of gas, need a jump, have a flat tire, something like that. Towing reimbursement. We'll pay you $50 every time you need your car, truck, or bike towed, and we'll do that up to 4 times. Trip interruption. If your bike or your vehicle, covered vehicle, breaks down and you're over 100 miles away from home, we'll pay you up to $300. That's $50 a day for up to 6 days until you get the bike or the vehicle back on the road. Ambulance reimbursement. I hope you never have to use this, but we will pay $100 ambulance reimbursement up to twice.
Okay.
By the way, on our bikes, we pre-install a battery pigtail.
Okay.
All right. I don't think other dealerships do that. That's plus the part and labor. That's $40. And also, it makes that makes it a lot easier to put the battery tender on there. That John Elder will send you a $25 check to buy. Now, we have a travel plan. Trip routing. You're heading up to Sturgis. You don't know how to get there. You're going to Daytona. You want to take a different way. These people will map it out for you at no charge. You can register all your credit cards. Should you lose your wallet, make one phone call. They cancel them all. Key registration. Do that for your car or your motorcycle. All right. Now, we're also going to provide you a checkbook. I mean, it'll be your favorite checkbook, checking account of all time, Elvis, because you only make deposits. Okay. We make all. No, you only make withdrawals.
Yeah.
We make all the deposits. Now, the checks are for things like motor clothing.
Okay.
They're for parts and accessories. They're for chrome. They're for some services. They're for... there's so many I can't think. Well, I'll tell you what. The one that comes to mind is if you buy your next bike here, there's a $500 check.
Okay, I was just going to ask if there was
Yeah.
one in there to use for a bike.
Yeah, there's check for getting your tires remounted. There's checks for this, that, and the other. To make a long story short, there's $2,235 worth of checks. So, as we're going through the process today, and by the way, fun is the #1 goal of our process, and you're picking out the bike, please remember this.
Okay.
You're going to get a discount today, almost for sure. The discounts just begin. Okay?
Okay.
All right, as a customer, how'd that sound?
Sounded real good.